this episode of Building Skimmer, I make some changes to the hull design. I cut up all the bulkheads and I start stitching the second hull together. Hey guys, Aaron here. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Building Skimmer. In the last one, I glued up the two side panels for the second hull using our butt joints. And in this episode, I'll be making the bulkhead so I can then stitch them together. So it'll look something like this. I'm going to do it a little bit different this time around. Last time I glued in the stringers onto the hull panels before I stitched it together. This time I'm going to put them in afterwards, see which one works, give some feedback on that for you guys as well. But yeah, hopefully get some boat building done, which is good because we love building boats. So right here I'm standing towards the stern of the first hull that I've built. Bows at the front, stern's over here. This is where the original bulkheads were meant to be. There's a daddy long leg spider in there. This is where the original bulkhead is meant to be as per Gary's plans. So don't forget this is a Tamanu design by Gary Dierking. He's got a bunch of outrigger canoe designs. This one's going to be a double canoe. And what I wanted to do is put another bulkhead in halfway between this station and this station. And then that'll be the new end of the cockpit. So this one here will be cut down to the line where the deck is going to be, the cockpit sole is. So this will be cut down and the floor of the sole extended out to this bulkhead here. Where this cross beam is here at the back is where my steering oar is going to be, my steering paddle, basically. And I'll be able to sit here, or the helmsman will be able to sit in this position, legs down here, and steer from the back of the boat. So I had this set up outside, but it started to rain, so we've come inside. I've got my patterns for my bulkheads. This is the pattern for the very last and the very first bulkhead. This is the pattern for the next one, which is this one here, and also that one there. So obviously I only need one of these because I'm going to be cutting that down by half, and I've got that in this position here. You see it all marked out. And these are the two end bulkheads, and then I have a half bulkhead here. And now I'm going to mark out the remaining bulkhead, which is the half bulkhead, which goes in the middle of the cockpit sole. And I only need one of those, so I'll just draw it out on the actual plywood. Bulkheads are all cut. Now it's time to use this piece of Douglas fir and cut out the bow and stern doublers, which will go at either end, which will help with stitching the hull together. So measure out 4, 4, 5. These are the bulkheads ready for gluing up the supports for the cockpit sole. Good thing about this is these angles are virtually all the same, so you do one cut and then the next cut is already done for you. So makes it nice and fast. So I'll mix up some epoxy and we'll get that glued. So the bow and stern reinforcing timbers are glued in and have some weights on them holding in position. The bulkheads and the frames have their cockpit sole supports glued in and weighed down, and I mixed up 50 grams of resin and 22 grams of hardener with obviously of course a little bit of filler, and it worked out perfectly. There's nothing left in the cup. It's always nice when you get those little wins where you use just the right amount of epoxy. There's no wastage. Happy days. Whilst that's drying, I have cut out the top half of this bulkhead, because remember we're going to extend out the cockpit sole, And the first thing I used was a multi-tool to cut around the edges and then get nice and close, and then finished it off with an angle grinder with a fiberglass grinding attachment, and just ground down the tops of the epoxy. I didn't want to go too far because I didn't want to cut into the plywood sides, which I haven't done, which is great. But there's the top of that bulkhead removed. So now that once these panels and those bulkheads are stitched together, we're almost at the same point between this hull and that hull. Right, so the hull, sides and the bulkheads are done. Now it's time to give the garage a big spruce up. So here I am wearing my Aussie safety boots, drilling some 4mm diameter holes in the stern of these two panels, which are butted up against each other. The cable ties I'm using are 4mm across, so I'm trying to keep those holes as small as I possibly can. Eyeballing to make sure I get it square and go through both top and bottom. And here I am doing the bow, exact same thing. So in order to stitch the bulkheads to the hull panels together, I have to make some marks on where I need to put holes either side of the bulkhead position. So I'm doing that here on these panels. This is one of the smaller bulkheads that go towards the bow and the stern, and you'll see that I'm making marks on both sides, the hull and the bulkhead, and then putting an A on both edges. And then I finished each bulkhead up with a bit of a clean around the edge, make sure there's no excess epoxy or any burrs. After that, it was on to drilling about 90 holes in all the bulkheads and the hull sides, ready for stitching. And now the fun part, putting all those cable ties in through all of those holes. And because I drilled the diameter exact same as the width of the cable tie, they were a little tight, so a couple of times I had to get some pliers on there to help pull it through. But it does go through, and the good thing is that it makes sure it's a nice tight hole, so we're not going to make it the hole too bigger than necessary. And here you can see me struggling with 6-meter long pieces of 6mm plywood. Having two people would make that a little bit easier, but I managed to get it up on the sawhorses without breaking anything and spreading it apart. And here's how it looks. Obviously, you know, there's no bulkheads in there, it's got no structure. You can pretty much blow it over and it'll fall over. So straight away, I wanted to get in my middle bulkhead, and this bulkhead only needs 3 cable ties per side, so it's nice and quick and easy because it's a half bulkhead. And this is the middle of the hull, so the cockpit sole is right on top of this, and so getting one side in, then the other side. And here you can see how easy it is to put those zip ties through. I didn't tighten them up all the way in case I needed some flexibility or some movement down the track. And there's how it looks with just the one bulkhead. And that's it, with one in, it's on for the rest. And there's my little mate Drew, having a chat the whole time, being a little bit distracted. I did actually put the wrong bulkhead in the wrong spot and had to take it out and start again. But yeah, this whole process here took about 25 minutes to get them in, which is not too bad. All right, and this is what we're looking at now, guys. This is the second hull all stitched together, and it's come out really good. And there's a couple of learning points that I want to share with you guys about doing it this way, where I'll be adding the stringers after it's been stitched and the epoxy fillets are in. And the biggest difference was that this can be so much easier. There's a lot less force trying to hold it apart. You know, with the other hull, when I glued the stringers top and bottom on each hull side, they really wanted to stay straight. They didn't want to follow that nice even curve around each of the bulkheads. So this was a much easier way to go. And because of that, I could also use smaller cable ties, which means I could also drill smaller holes in the boat. So a couple of extra learning points there. Having two people would make it a lot easier as well. You can see in the video 6 meters long of 6mm ply can get a little bit out of control. It was almost too much, but I got it up on the sawhorses, which was good. So two people, if you got it, would make it a lot easier. Unfortunately, my little buddy Drew, wasn't much of a helper. And then to double check, putting in the right bulkheads in the right position. So instead of going A for each side, and then BB, AA, BB, it's probably better to use 1, 2, 3, 4, and actually numbering each corner between each bulkhead and the hull side. That way you can't get mixed up. Because when I first started putting the stitching the hull together, I had the wrong bulkhead in the wrong position and actually had it back to front as well. So it was never going to work. But this is what it looks like now. It's obviously a little bit wobbly because it's not glued and there's no stringers in position, but it'll come together really nicely, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, so in the next episode, we'll be epoxying the fillets into the corners on this hull, adding in the stringers, and then start looking at doing the bottom of each hull as well. Now they're going to be at the same level of progress. And then talk to you guys about the sail. I've ordered the sail, which is pretty exciting. And I also want to share a bit more about the 3D model that I've made in Google SketchUp as well. But until then, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate everybody watching these videos, getting behind it, and liking and subscribing. And I'll see you soon.